Hi there, it's Sun from Hello Code World. In the last lecture, I speak about HTML, and in this lesson, I will explain how we can style an HTML document. CSS is used to style HTML elements. It controls the layout, the color, the font, and many more. There are three ways of applying it. One, inline styling, through inline styling. Two, internal styles. Three, through an external style sheet. Now let's see one by one what are they about. This HTML is from the previous lecture, HTML lecture. So what is inline styling? Inline styling is directly applied inside of the HTML tag. Well, pay attention, please. This hello world here is not inside of any tags. So we cannot style it, but we can apply this inline styling where? To this one, because we have the P tag. So we have the style attribute. We can directly write inside of the tag, just like so, and give here whatever we want. Like if we want to change the color, then CSS is pretty straightforward. If you want to change the color, it's written through the color keyword, and just give the as you see, the VS Code is also automatically giving you the option of choosing one of those colors. We will see how we can get more options, the color options, once we are learning about the external styling. Now let's just choose the blue, and you see here that Hello World is in color blue. Well, inline styling, although it looks very practical, in theory, it is not recommended for big projects. It's for one-time quick solutions. Now let's see how we can apply the internal styles. Internal styles can be applied through placing a style tag inside of the head, just like that. Okay. And there you can just select one of the elements you want to style from the HTML. Well, there are a few ways of selecting elements. One of them is by the element name. What is the element name? Element name is basically the H1 here. This is an element name, or IMG, right? It is the element name. UL, element name. If I want to change the style for the H1, all I have to do then, between the style tags, write the element name and apply the curly parentheses. In the curly parentheses, I have to give the things I want to change as a key value pair. Again, if I want to change the color, then I will say color red. The color is the key, the value is red. And we might be changing the background color. So we will just write here background color, and we are going to give the yellow. Okay. So you got the idea. And the third way of adding CSS to an HTML document is through an external style sheet. This is the most popular one. What we need to do is we need to create in the project folder a CSS file. So I click on the file icon, and let's just create one style.css here, okay? And voila. Now, whatever we are going to write here is supposed to connect with this HTML file. But at the moment, they are quite independent. They don't know, the HTML doesn't know we created a style.css. How we can connect them? Through the link tag. So we need to go to the index.html, the head tag, inside of the head text, through the link tag. So we have a link tag, and there all we need to do is to give the rel attribute and say it's a styles sheet, and then in the href attribute, please pay attention that it is the same attribute with the a tag, and we are pointing the css file we are adding there. So it is the name of the file, style.css. Okay, Please don't forget to do that, otherwise they won't communicate each other. And now I am free. In the Stylus CSS, I can apply any styling I want. Um, but first, of course, I need to decide which one of the HTML elements I want to give a style. What about the body here? Like, it is basically the entire HTML document. I can select the body just like so and change the apply again curly parentheses. The way we are applying the syntax is the same with the internal styles, right? So we can just write here the background color. Again, we can select the background color and red. Or as you see that the entire body is now red. Of course, named colors are not our only option to use in CSS. Although the CSS is giving around 140 color names, basically, like we could come here and write light blue. So that would be light blue. Um, Sometimes this might not be enough because in a professional website, you need an exact color code. So we have the another option, hexadecimal colors. How hexadecimal colors works? The hexadecimal colors written in this format. We have the hash and maybe something like this, okay? So now let's see how this is going to exchange this format with this color, how this is going to work. Okay, so we get this color in hexadecimal means, and you see the format. So we have the hash. And what the rest, all those things? Well, we have like 6 digits here, and every digit represent the color intensity, red, green, or blue, RGB, in hexadecimal numbers. So it will be something like red, red, green, green, blue, blue. Okay. And what are the hexadecimal numbers? Hexadecimal numbers. Well, they are the 16 numbers, starts from 0, right? And then the 0 is the representing the lowest intensity here, and the F is for the highest intensity. Okay. With this logic on the way, if we add here all of them convert into highest intensity, you can imagine we will get the color white. Okay. And if we go and choose 0, 0, 0 all the way, that would give us the black. And if we choose the first two FF and the rest is going to be 0, this will give us red. And if we go for 0, 0 and FF here, this would be green. And then, of course, if we choose it like this, it is going to give us blue. And the other way is, of course, it's difficult to remember and create your own combination. There are many websites giving you the hexadecimal colors of your choice, or you can just hover over here, and by playing around with this VS Code tool, you can basically pick up different shades of the color, the main colors. And the other way you can see the colors in CSS is through the RGB function, like in this format. And in that function, we will have the 3 numbers. Each one of them is going to represent red, green, and blue, basically. And those numbers is going to be between 0 and 255. So here, if I use that function, the RGB function, in the parentheses, if I write something like that with three numbers, because now the highest is the number is 255, that's going to give me that red color. And you can imagine, instead of 255, if I was choosing 0 here, that will give me black, the lowest. Okay, and if I go just number everything 255 like so, that will give me the white color. Okay, I think it's enough for now with the colors. Let's continue with the classes and IDs. What are classes and IDs? I want to style, um, for example, the H1. Instead of selecting it as H1, because I can just do that, I can come to the style.css and write it like so, but instead I can also give it a class attribute and assign a name, and assign a name like main title, or title, just let's call this title, and come back to the style.css, and now I can put in front of the title a dot, because it's a class name, we must use as the syntax this dot in front of it, and dot title. And here I can just give the styling for this title. Color is going to be here you can see the black, and the font size, this is for the font size, and text align is going to be, we choose it as center, so it's going to put it into the center like that. And we have here margin top. I will explain the margins, the paddings in the next video, so I will skip this for now. And now the good thing about the classes is you can apply this class to any other element now and give them the similar style. For example, you want the H5 to be styled in the same way, so all you have to do is to copy that and paste it to the H5. Now it can have the same style. Um, Here I also have the background color yellow because of the inline style I gave. We can here actually let's just remove this. Okay, so both of them are the same way, and the classes are very handy. You will use them a lot. Basically, you can just create one class and apply it to as many as element you want. And then we have the IDs. IDs is the similar, like you just give an ID attribute this time instead of a class, and let's name it the new title. And in the style.css, we are going to pick this up because it's an ID. This time, you just need to put an hash in front of it, new title. And there, whatever style we want to create, the color, we can just basically go for red, and font size, same, text align, center. This time we have the red color, and the rest are the same. But there is, of course, a difference between the classes and IDs. You see that if I create one class, I can apply it as many as element I want, but in the IDs, we don't have this thing. IDs are belong only one element. You cannot just basically take this ID name and apply to H2 or H3. We have classes for that. So that's it. You have the basics of CSS right now, and we will definitely continue to learn. And because CSS is huge, big, there is always something new to learn. It is impossible to recover everything at once. But now you have the idea how the things are working together. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one.